Hello and welcome to The Explainer. And hey, if you feel like you're caught in a total hurricane of AI news, with new models and tools and breakthroughs dropping pretty much every single day, you are definitely not alone. Okay, let's make sense of all this. It's just a constant stream, right? A new video generator here, a smarter chatbot there. It can feel completely impossible to keep up, let alone figure out what any of it actually means. It's so easy to get lost in the little details and just miss the bigger picture that's forming. You know, the real story isn't just a random list of updates. It's about 4 massive shifts, all happening at the exact same time. And in this explainer, we're going to connect those dots for you and reveal the incredible new landscape that's taking shape right before our eyes. So, first up, we are witnessing what you can only describe as a creative explosion in AI. Seriously, the barrier between having an idea in your head and having a finished piece of media, whether that's a video, a song, or even a game, that barrier is just dissolving.
For a perfect example of this, just look at Higgsfield's draw-to-video technology. You can literally sketch a simple little character, and the AI is smart enough to interpret your drawing and just animate it into a moving, dynamic video. It's turning a simple idea into motion, and you don't need any animation skills whatsoever.
And this explosion isn't just visual. What about sound? Let's say you need a soundtrack for a project. Well, platforms like 11 Labs Music can now generate completely original, royalty-free music just from a simple text prompt. You can ask for an upbeat synth track for a tech explainer, and it just delivers. For any kind of content creator, this is a massive unlock.
But here's where it gets truly mind-bending. We're moving beyond passive media. Google's Genie 3 is a breakthrough that can generate a fully playable, interactive world from just a simple idea or an image. You can literally describe a game, and the AI builds it for you, complete with physics and game mechanics.
And what's really interesting is that this creative explosion is already starting to specialize. We're not just getting these one-size-fits-all video tools. Midjourney is chasing that beautiful cinematic quality. Grok is all about turning text into video content. Perplexity is building tools to make explainers straight from research, and Pika Labs is just mastering these hyper-realistic human expressions. Each one is carving out its own unique space.
And the list just keeps on growing. There are tools for creating stunningly detailed images, for writing interactive stories that actually change based on your choices, for automatically generating viral video clips, and even AI that can look at your website and create a custom jingle for it right on the spot.
And this is the crucial question, right? It's one thing for all these powerful tools to exist, but it's a completely different thing for them to be accessible to people like you and me. And that brings us to the second major shift. The second massive trend we're seeing is the radical democratization of this technology. The tools of creation and innovation, they're being handed to everyone.
So what's the price of admission to use some of the most advanced AI on the entire planet? Well, for many of these new models, it's zero. Nothing. The decision to make powerful tools like Grok 4 available for free has completely demolished one of the biggest barriers to entry there ever was: cost. I mean, this shift is just night and day. The old way of doing AI, you had to have deep coding knowledge, you needed massive budgets, and you were stuck working inside these closed proprietary systems. But now, you've got no-code platforms like Lindy AI that let you build your own custom AI agents with a simple drag-and-drop interface. Access is free, and powerful open-source models like Google's Gemma 3 can run right on your own computer.
The open-source movement is a huge engine driving this. Right now, anyone can experiment with creating realistic world simulations with tools like Skywork, or use an AI agent that can clone an entire website structure just by looking at it. It puts the power to build and innovate directly into the hands of the community.
Okay, so we have an explosion of creative power that is now accessible to everyone. The third shift is all about how this power is becoming incredibly practical, weaving itself into our daily lives to make things smarter and way more efficient. A key development here is what Claude calls Conversation Recall. This is essentially giving the AI a memory. It remembers the context of your previous chats, so you don't have to re-explain your project or your preferences every single time. It makes the whole interaction feel continuous and truly personal.
Now, on the flip side of that, we have features like Gemini's temporary chats. This addresses a major user concern: privacy. You can have a conversation about a sensitive topic, and the AI won't save that history. The crucial point is that we're getting the best of both worlds: depersonalization when we want it, and complete privacy when we need it.
And these practical tools are just showing up everywhere. In finance, AI can give you automated analysis of your investments. For travel, it can predict the best time to book a flight to save you money. And for research, tools like Notebook LM can watch a 2-hour lecture and just hand you an instant summary with all the key insights.
And what's underpinning all of this is a massive technical leap. Models like Claude, Sonnet, and Qwen-3 now have these ultra-long context windows. What that really means is you can feed them an entire book, a huge research database, or a complex code base, and they can analyze all of it in a single go without losing track. The scale of problems they can tackle has just fundamentally changed.
Okay, so AI is creative, it's accessible, and it's practical. But for our final part, we see how AI is now breaking out of the digital world and into our physical reality.
For the longest time, AI has lived inside computers, right? It analyzed data, and it generated text or images. But that is changing, and it's changing fast. It's learning to see, to understand, and to actually interact with the physical world.
And this just illustrates the challenge so brilliantly. A robot that can do laundry might sound simple, but it is an incredible feat of engineering. The AI needs to identify different fabrics just by sight and touch. It has to manipulate clumsy, non-rigid objects, and then it has to fold them perfectly. Solving this is a major, major breakthrough in robotic dexterity.
And it's not just about chores. AI is becoming a spatial assistant with tools like Microsoft's Copilot 3D, helping us navigate and design in three-dimensional virtual spaces. And it's proving its ability to handle complex, high-stakes strategy in the real world, like we saw when an AI recently conquered a major real-world chess tournament. So when you connect all these dots, you finally see the bigger picture. We have a massive creative engine. The keys to that engine are being given to everyone. It's becoming smarter and more useful every single day, and now it's starting to operate in the real world. This isn't just a collection of random updates. It's a fundamental shift in what's possible. So the only question left is, what will you build with it?